The Florida-Georgia football rivalry is an American college football rivalry game played annually by the University of Florida Gators and the University of Georgia Bulldogs. The game was first played in 1904 and has been played ever since 1926, except for a wartime interruption in 1943. This matchup between Southeastern Conference opponents is one of the most prominent rivalry games in college football and has been held in Jacksonville, Florida since 1933, with only two exceptions, making it one of few remaining neutral site rivalries. The game attracts huge crowds to Jacksonville. Serious history. The two universities do not agree on when the rivalry began. The University of Georgia's athletic department counts a 1904 match its football squad played against a team from a school known as the University of Florida. The game was held in Macon, Georgia, and Georgia won 52-0. However, this was not the modern University of Florida in Gainesville, but one of its four predecessor institutions, a school previously known as Florida Agricultural College based in Lake City. Florida's University Athletic Association does not include this game in the series record as it occurred before the modern university was established by the Florida legislature in 1905, and before the new entity fielded its first officially recognized football team in 1906. UJ sports historian Dan Michael sums up Georgia's attitude. That's where Florida was back then. We can't help it if they got ran out of Lake City. The first game acknowledged by both schools was held in Jacksonville in 1915. The rivalry has been renewed annually since 1926, except for the 1943 season when Florida did not field a team due to World War II. For most of its history, the game has been played at neutral sites. From 1916 to 1932, it was played at several sites in Georgia: Athens and Savannah, in Florida, Tampa, Gainesville, and Jacksonville. Every year since 1933, the game has been held in Jacksonville except for 1994 and 1995, when the contest was held at the respective schools' campus stadiums due to the reconstruction of what is now Everbank Field for the National Football League's Jacksonville Jaguars suspension team. The stadium was not available for play in 1994 due to construction, so that year's game was played in Gainesville, Florida. In 1995, the stadium was available and was used by the Jacksonville Jaguars for their 10 home games, but for fairness, the 1995 game was played in Athens, Georgia. The game has often had championship implications with both teams competitive in the Southeastern Conference. Florida, which did not win the SEC title until 1991, and its hopes dashed several times by a loss to Georgia and Jacksonville. The game took on new importance with the SEC split into Eastern and Western divisions in 1992. That's when I was born. With both Florida and Georgia in the Eastern Division, as the two teams have frequently led the division, the game has often effectively determined who will represent the Eastern Division in the SEC championship game. To date, Florida has 12 Eastern Division titles, while Georgia has 5. Florida Gator is taking the lead, beating Georgia badly when it comes to Florida-Georgia games. Go Gators. While the two universities agree that Georgia leads the overall series, they disagree as to the overall series record due to the disputed 1904 game. As of the 2016 contest, Georgia leads with a 50-43-2 record by its reckoning and 49-43-2 by Florida's count. Georgia dominated the series before 1951 and had a 15-5 record in the 1970s and 1980s. Florida compiled an 18 3 record against Georgia from 1990 to 2010. Since 2010, the series has been split 3-3. The designated home team alternates from year to year, with ticket distribution split evenly between the fans of the two teams. In past years, fans from Florida and Georgia was assigned seats grouped in alternating sections of the stadium in the contrasting colors worn by the fans. Red and black for Georgia, orange and blue for Georgia created a beach ball visual effect in the stands. Recently, the seating arrangement has split the stadium lengthwise and fans sit on the side corresponding to the sideline their team copies. For many years, the home team wore their home jerseys and the visitors their white visiting jerseys since 2014. Both teams have worn their home jerseys. I just gave you the inside scoop of Florida and Georgia rivalries teams. They both go head and head every year, around the year October. Mostly Florida Gators always take the title. Sometimes Georgia come out big, but there you go. You have Florida and Georgia history. Thank you.